Hello, welcome to Indian Techies. Today we are going to discuss a program. The program is about how to calculate sum of individual digits. Using C program, we will use a loop. Since we have completed loops program, I am taking example using any of the while loop. So the program is how to calculate sum of the individual digits. So what do you mean by sum of the individual digit? First of all, consider any number, any individual number. So I will give input of this number like single value. 123 is a single value. Now whatever the digit, whatever the number I have given input, what it has to do is it has to split into individual digits like 1, 2 and 3. Right? Now whatever the individual digits it has done splitting, all these values has to be added. Then the result should be 6. The output should be 6. So if I give 123 as an input, I should get 6 as an output. This is what sum of the individual digits is. Let us see how to perform this one. Let me explain you the logic, then we will go for the program. Now, you cannot split 1, 2, 3 in an order. There is no default function in C program to split the values also. Okay, but you can split in reverse order. That is 123 is there. I can split first 3, then 2, then 1. Both are same only. 1 plus 2 plus 3 or 3 plus 2 plus 1. The result would be same. So we will be splitting from reverse. First 3, then 2, then 1. How this logic comes? First of all, 123, I am taking example of 123. This logic applies for any of the digit that you give as an input. Because we cannot expect what input the user gives. So this logic should run for any of the digit. Now I have taken example for 123. From 123 first I have to take 3. So what operation if you perform on this number, you will get the 3 value. You can split the 3 value. For example, see 123, if you mod, what do you mean by mod symbol? To get the remainder, mod with 10. You can take any number if you mod with 10, then the remainder would be the last digit. See, 123 mod 10, the remainder would be the last digit. Now, you got one value. This value you will keep separately in some other temporary variable or whatever it may be, any name. You will keep that splitted value into a temporary number. Next, from 123 you have taken 3. This original 123 is same. It has not been modified. You have used this one for some equation and you got this remainder. Now from 123 the next digit I have to take out is number 2. In this digit I have to take is 2. I cannot take 2 from the middle like this by performing any of the operation. So first of all, if I want to take 2, 123 has to become 12. Then how do I do is 123 divided by 10. Then whenever I use slash operation, you will get the quotient, that is 12. If you can observe, see here 123 if you divide with 10, 123 12s are, you will be getting 120 and the remainder would be 3. If we use mod, you will get remainder. If we use a slash, you will get quotient. Now I have used mod, I got remainder 3. I have used slash, I got quotient 12. So this is step 1. Step 1. Now means 123 has modified as 12. Now take this latest value as 12. Extract 2 from this. Same step as above. That is 12 mod 10. How much? The remainder is 2. So already you have got previous remainder 3 and you placed in some temporary variable. So take this 2 and add this 2 to this previous temporary variable. Now in temporary variable the value is 5 because 3 added with 2, the temporary variable consists of 5. Now from 12 you have taken 10. Next digit you have to take is 1. So you cannot take 1 directly. First make 12 as 1. That is same step. 12 by 10. Then you will get 1. So this is step 2. Right? So you got this number, but you have not extracted 1. Right? Now this is updated value. Take this 1. Now 1 mod 10 is equal to 1 only. Because whenever you are performing this mod operation, if left side value is less than this right side value, you don't perform the remainder calculation. Directly you make this left side value as the result. 1 mod 10, 1. No need of calculation. 2 mod 10, 2. 3 mod 10, 3. This procedure applies till 9 mod 10, 9. So whenever it is 10 mod 10, then the remainder would be 0. From next time onwards, 11 mod 10, 12 mod 10, 13 mod 10, the division calculation done. Whenever this left side value is small and right side value is big, then you just write the left side value as the result. Now, already 1 mod 10, 1. You have your temporary value as 5. For this temporary value, you will add this 1. So the total, you got 6. Now, apply the same procedure, that is 1 by 10. Then you will get generally 0 point something if you use that variable as a floating point. Since I will declare this n value as an integer, it truncates and ignores this floating point value and it just stores 0 only. 0 point something is considered as 0. Right? Now, this is step 3. Now I should stop this repetition. Why? Because what is my original value I have given? 123. So first 123 has become 12 from here. Then again this 12 has become 1 from here. And this 1 became 0. Completely 0. So your given number has converted into 0. It has been modified as 0. Whenever your given number has been turned up into 0, then your process stops. You have to stop this procedure, right? And check the value that is in the temporary variable. First you added 3, next to 2, next to 1. So 3 plus 2 plus 1, the value is 6. So you will display that temporary value, and this is how some of the individual digits calculation. Now, since the number of digits are 3, you got 1, 2, 3 repetitions. If you have 4 digits, you will get 4 repetitions. The logic is same, but you have to do that one in number of repetition. So, till how many number of repetition it has to be done, because we have to write a condition in a while. So, you have to write a condition that until my given number becomes 0, this loop has to be repeated. This is the logic how to calculate sum of individual digits. Now, we will see that program, which example I have shown it. Now, as usual, hash include stdio.h. Now I am writing void main. So first int, I am taking one number called as n, because the user has to provide the input which number he has to find the individual digits. Then to store all the remainders, every time we are getting one remainder. So to store all the remainders one by one, I am taking a variable called as n. Next, these all the remainders has to be added. So to get the final value, I am taking a variable called as sum. Initially, I am assigning it to 0. Right? Because no number will be. So initially, I am assigning it to 0. First of all, take the input that you want. That is printf enter any value. You can write any statement that you like under double quotes. That's of your wish. I am entering like enter any value. Take input for this number, that is scanf %d %n. So I have taken the input. Now what I should do? I should take this number and apply this logic. But this loop repetition, this logic has to be continued until my given number becomes 0. So my while condition will be that one only. That is, while given n not equal to 0 only, this process should continue. If it is equal to 0, your number has been completed and you will get the result. So if it is not equal to n, what I have done? First I have divided my given number with 10 and I stored that remainder. That is, r is equal to given number mod 10. Right? Next, once I get my remainder, I stored my remainder in some other temporary variable. Here I have taken that temporary variable as sum. Means I have added this remainder to sum. That is, sum is equal to sum plus remainder. Initially sum value is 0. So I have added this newly obtained remainder to sum. So that updated remainders added values will be in sum. Next, what is the next step? I have to divide with 10. That is, n is equal to n by 10. I have to modify that number itself. As I told you that 123 should become 12. Means within the n only the modification has to come. This is how you write the logic. So once this total loop is completed, this total sum value will be here. So your total sum value, that is sum of individual digits value, will be here. You have to print that value. That is printf %d comma sum. Close this main. Right? Now, how this logic works? So, for example, enter any value. I have entered 123. For example, you can take any number. Next, 123 means my n value is 123, right? Now, 123 not equal to 0? Yes, it is not equal to 0. And r is equal to n mod 10. So, what is n? 123 mod 10. So, r value is now 3. 123 mod 10. That is 123 mod 10, remainder is 3. Now, r value is 3. I am keeping this r value, means I am adding it to sum. What is the initial value of sum? I have given 0. 0 plus 3. So sum is equal to 0. I have added 3. Next step. N is equal to n by 10. What is n value? 123. So 123 by 10. So n value becomes 12. Again loops starts. Now what is n value? 12. 12 not equal to 0? Yes, it is not equal to 0. Go inside. R is equal to n mod 10. That is, n value is 12. 12 mod 10. Then you will get remainder as 2. So that 2 you are adding again with the sum. Already in sum 3 is there. For this again I am adding 2. Now sum value is 5. Next, n is equal to n by 10. What is n value? 12. 12 by 10. Now n becomes 1. Again go to the loop starting. 1 not equal to 0 because n value is 1. 1 not equal to 0? Yes, it is not equal to 0. Go inside. 1 mod 10. Remainder is 1 only. So you got remainder as 1 only. Now add this value to this. So sum, I am adding this remainder to sum. So now sum consists of the total 6. Next, 1 by 10. What is 1 by 10? 0 point something. Since we declared n as integer, it stores 0 only. So now n value finally becomes 0. You go to the loop starting again. What is n value? 0. 0 not equal to 0? No. Condition is false because 0 is equal to 0. So you come out of the condition. Then print the total value sum. What is the total value that is stored in sum? 6. 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 0 also. It will be 6. This will be the output. You can use this program and you can check with any of the number within the integer range. Then obviously you will get the correct result. This is how you perform sum of individual digits program. Hope I am clear. Okay, thank you. Thank you for watching Indian Techies. Please like, comment, subscribe and share C programming language videos. Thank you very much.